people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman, I love what she's doing, she's fighting for us. This is John Villarreal reporting for Conservative New Media. But the point is this that I wanted to make to amplify Breitbart's point and kind of twist it a little bit more, which is, look, it's one thing for reporters to go out there and try to break stories, because we all, and especially talk show hosts, you know, like yourself, and what we try to do, you deal with what's in front of you, right? We're not in command of the facts. He got the video that was sent to him. It's another thing when you're president of the United States. This is his appointee, okay? He has the FBI, the CIA, all the rest of them. Right? I mean, he hired this woman, or had his people hire him. He has all the facts. He can lift up the phone, talk to her, talk to the NAACP. The NAACP is the one that had the full video. They are the ones that invited her, and both the Obama administration, under Secretary Vilsack, and apparently with his backing, they said he was briefed, and the NAACP threw her under the bus, lickety-split, and I believe they did it. At this point, it seems like for political expediency. And I'm telling you
now, John, what do you think about my idea that tomorrow or in the near future, you're going to see her get her job back, and it's going to be not her fault, not Obama's fault, not anybody's fault, but Breitbart's fault and the Tea Party's fault because they're a bunch of racists?
Oh, sure. I think that's definitely where this is going. I mean, they already, in my opinion, the NAACP has already put itself squarely against the Tea Party. They want to have this. And look, my own read, now that I've seen the whole video, you know, she seems like a nice lady. I think that she went through some really harrowing things in her life. I guess her dad was killed by an apparently racially motivated, you know, murder, frankly, and she endured a lot of, you know, racial stuff growing up there in the South, and I feel horrible for her. And we talked about that before. I mean, we're against racism of every type. I mean, there's only one race, that's the human race, and we're all Americans, and we're all supposed to be equal. However, there are things that she says in here that, you know, she seems like a nice lady, but it's a little bit questionable. She also said at the very end there that, quote, my commitment is to South Georgia because that's where I'm from. I can't say that about North Georgia, but they don't have the problem getting the money. And there's a bunch of other quotes in there that we can, you know, put on here where it just makes you think, well...
Oh, so if you're in Atlanta, screw you is basically what she's saying.
It seems like it, and you have to ask yourself, how is this woman making decisions? I mean, she's in charge of, you know, $1 billion plus. This is a high-ranking official in the Obama administration. It's just a little questionable. I think she's come a long way. I'm not here to judge her, by all means. She seems like a very nice lady.
You know what? This whole thing, she's come a long way. We've all come a long way.
Right.
I've had all kinds of problems in my life. I don't expect the government to give me $1 billion to give out. And by the way, you know, this again, the key moment for me, and it was not the racist stuff. It was, this isn't about white versus black, although it is about white. It's about rich versus poor.
Yes. Yes, no.
When is the government in charge of deciding rich versus poor?
And that's
not what this is about.
I'm sorry. And that's exactly right. And that's the thing. You're not president. I'm not president. I'm not Secretary of Agriculture. I'm not in charge of all of Georgia there for the USDA. She is. Obama is. Vilsack is. And they have to really, I mean, again, when you are president of the United States, when it's your administration, especially in what's supposed to be a quote-unquote post-racial presidency, we've said this before, I'm afraid that here's a portion, and I said this in my third video on YouTube and Conservative Media, people can check it out. It's like, look, this guy, everybody loved him. The whole world loved him. He could have done anything. He had everyone behind him. And he was supposed to be a post-racial president. He was supposed to be someone that was supposed to show that, you know what, America's behind this. And this presidency has become so racially charged, and I'm afraid that they're using the race card so divisively against people, and it's just a shame. And again, if he threw her under the bus like he's throwing everyone else under the bus, if I'm, you know, one of the 91% of African Americans, according to polls, that still support him, how do you really feel about Obama now? How comfortable are you with Obama that he really has your back? And why doesn't he have all Americans back? Why can't we get past this racial BS? Why do they keep trying to tar the Tea Party or Andrew Breitbart or Rush Limbaugh or the next conservative person that's coming up as being a racist? Why don't they celebrate, you know, great minority conservatives out there, whether it's Thomas Sowell, Condoleezza Rice, Clarence Thomas? No, they vilify them, and that's wrong.
Right. John D. Villarreal here on the Rusty Humphries Show. He's got a great website. I'd like you to check it out. The site is conservativenewmedia.com, right, John? You've got a bunch of stuff there. Also, people can find you on YouTube. Is that right?
Yes, sir. YouTube's our flagship. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the web. They can sign up. They can get our newsletters. They can subscribe to our videos. We have so much great stuff out there that people are going to love that they will not be able to find anywhere else. And we just appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to your huge, great audience.
And what is it, $100 a month, something like that?
No. To subscribe to us, it's totally free. At some point, we'll do premium stuff, but everything's completely free right now, so get in while the getting's good.
All right, John D. Villarreal here. Thank you very much, my friend. It was great meeting you and hanging out with you, and I appreciate you being on the Rusty Humphries Show.
Thank you, Rusty. You're the best. Whatever we can do for you, brother.
Nice job. We'll have him back on, he said. John D. Villarreal again. The website is